Somebody recording that.
Oh, okay. That just warmed us up.
Isn't it? Sorry, you ready to go now? Bless you. So yeah. Huh?
I'm just looking.
No, you don't need to look at the camera now. Just look at me and then we'll just be like. So yeah, just really got you here just to get your input and your insight into what Imperial Bodies is, your experience here. You joined, I want to say 2017, 18?
So it would have been 18 because my son was about 6 months old. Yeah, and it was was it an open day at Imperial Bodies?
Yeah, because we've got a video of them deadlifting.
Yeah, that's
on the
it.
barbell.
Yeah, so I joined because I've always been into fitness, had a little boy, and I completely lost myself. I lost the person who I was, and I had so many different changes. I was still training while I was pregnant, so my form was off, and when I had him, I just didn't know where to start again. And I obviously reached out to you, and you said come along, you made me feel so welcome, you helped him with Oleksa, my son, so when I was doing a workout, you said entertain him, and just brought me back to me, and just understanding who I was again. It was so bizarre, but training's always been a big part of my life, and when you feel like you've lost that, to regain it again was actually quite hard, and I didn't know how to squat, you know, I did the booty barbell, that was like my favourite class, and I don't know, yeah, it just did a lot for me mentally as well as physically, just to be able to bring him along. It was no issue, and it just made me feel like it was like a second home, like I was just so welcome. So for that, I'll always be truly grateful of what you did for me in that real challenging time, because I went through a lot, you know, personally as well. So yeah.
Yeah. So is it right to think like right at the start you really looked to join Imperial Bodies because you just felt really lost and you know you didn't really know what to do again? Was it a case that you wanted to get back into working out? Or?
I did, and I never want to look a certain way, and I think that just, I never want to, you know, I don't have this vision in my head of how I want to look. It's more of being, when I feel strong, I become mentally strong, and I think that's what I love about training. It makes me feel really strong mentally. And then I guess in the past, how long have we been now PTing?
Nearly 5 months now, isn't it?
5 months. So changing my mindset, I used to think coming into the gym, I've kind of done like 100 box jumps and I've, you know, 100 this, 100 that. I hadn't had a workout. So when I approached you and said, I really want to look deep into lifting weights and just experiencing a different side of training, it was hard. It was hard for me to switch that mentality. But I know I said it before, I eat more, I train in a different way. I have to put a lot of effort in. It's not like I have your programme and I'm going to look fantastic. I do put a lot of effort into the gym, but it's different. I don't have to do all the things that I thought I needed to do to get to where I am. And yeah, I think that's just great. So I eat more, I train less, and I feel like I look so much better. Like I like the way I'm starting to look.
Yeah.
But it is, you know, it's not.
Do you see that difference as well? Sure, it's not just the feeling that you look better, you do look better.
And everybody else notices it, and that's quite nice, you know. And everybody here is so supportive. And I think, as I said about the gym, my personal for the gym, I'm inspired every time I come here by people that don't even realise that they inspire me. Yeah, and like you know, see Dawn, I see yourself, and everyone just inspires me, and it's a nice feeling that they don't even know that they actually do that, because I could come here on a day that I don't really feel like training at all, and all of a sudden I've done the best workout that I originally didn't even want to work out. Yeah, it was just, I'll come down here, it'll make me feel better just being here, and then yeah, just talking to people, you just get motivated, the music, and yeah, you can do that, and you know, everyone's so supportive in watching what we're doing, and yeah, that's why.
So it feels like home and it inspires you just to do something. And if you go back to like 2018 when you were looking to join and get back into your fitness, obviously Imperial Bodies isn't the only gym in Daventry, and there was a training shed, which is where I used to train. Why did you, what made you approach me and Imperial Bodies above?
Well, I actually came from the training shed, so I was originally at the training shed, and I don't know, I used to look at your posts. I think that was a big claw, and if I'm honest, and this is not a negative because it's a representation, I didn't know what to expect, because from an outsider coming in, I thought, they all know what they're doing, they all train really hard, they all, look great. But as soon as I took that leap, I thought, no, it's just what it's just the videos that you post, it's genuinely how hard everyone trains and supports each other. But from the outsider, it probably did look a bit intimidating at the start. But as soon as I spoke to you before, came into the gym, it's a completely different atmosphere, and I'm so glad I didn't take my initial feelings as set in stone. I did just, no, let's just give it a try, let's just meet everybody there, and that's how I initially thought, when I looked at the post. But I suppose it's your post, what you do team mod as well, it's like a community here, and that's what you've created, and that's what we all like to be a part of, is supporting what you've already created, and that's quite nice.
So it took you 5 years being a gym member, doing your own thing, figuring it out, doing lots of stuff, taking part, to then considering doing the personal training. What was it for you that kind of made you go, I need to do this?
Well, if we're honest, I've probably been training since I was about 17, just in and out, doing my bits and bobs. So it's a very long time. But I guess, seeing everybody else and how they was training and how they, I've always just maintained the way. I've never differed in my physical appearance. So, I've never looked dreadful, but I never changed in the way. And I thought, I'm going to give it a go. There was just something that I don't really go out, eating, I don't drink a lot. And I thought, if I'm going to, I take a lot of care of myself, and I want to be strong. I am getting older, and to go into those years feeling better than in my 20s, that's something to be said. I feel my best possible self, physically, mentally, and then I'm approaching 40. So I feel better now than I did in my 20s. So I think it's just that switch in your head, but you do have to invest in yourself to become better as we get older.
And a lot of people look at the price before they even commit to a gym or personal training. It always comes down to cost, and things are hard for everybody at the moment. Just to live and exist and get the basic stuff done. So when you look at it from the price to the value that you actually get from PT, because hopefully it's not just you're not just paying for a workout. What is the value you get from either the gym membership itself or PT with me?
It is an investment, but for me financially, I like to just pay. I don't look at the monthly cost. This is what I look at it like car insurance. That's
a good way to say it.
And this is why I say to you, can I, if I can say it, pay 6 months up front? Because I look at it as like I pay my car insurance, I pay this and me mentally, I can justify when I've paid it, and then I can just enjoy it. So that's why I go down the route of paying up front. So I don't have to think about it. It's not coming out of my bank every month, and it is just like I'm renewing something, and and that's how.
Taking care of yourself.
Because I think a lot of people have do, like mental. We've got to take care of ourselves mentally, and if this is the one thing that keeps me feeling in the best possible way, you got to invest in it. And it's one thing that makes me happy, and you just got to go with that. So, and like I said previously, if you want to be better as we're getting older, if you look at age, as you're going down, but You
it's
do
true
then,
though, yeah.
But if I look at my age, you know, I'm becoming the best version of myself. I think that's not a big enough investment to feel better as we get older.
So if there was somebody that was watching this, and hopefully there is somebody watching it, considering making the decision to join classes, join a gym, or even considering like personal training, and they're feeling lost, not feeling like themselves, you know, worried about just showing up at the door because it looks intimidating on the outside from what they see, what would you say to somebody to try and encourage them to take that step?
You've just got to take that first initial, I think anything in life, I remember this quote, get comfortable being uncomfortable, because you're never going to better yourself if you stay in that same spot. And I think if you just got to take a risk, and that risk will always pay off. And another thing, choose a path that scares you the most, because that's the path you want to go down. You don't want to stay here because you're going to stay there for the rest of your life. And to meet new people, to be involved in something different, you just got to do it. You just got to take that chance. Everything, you know, is scary. And like I said, going back to that time, I'd always been used to the gym. But it felt scary for me, so I understand how it could be so petrifying for somebody that's never set foot in a gym before. So you can relate, but we're not, you know, you're not awful people. You're passionate about what you do. You know what people need to do, and you're supportive. And I don't think there's anything else you can say about it. You're not going to come in and we're all going to, you know, you're horrible.
No, yeah, it's like giving you funny looks and.
People say to me, oh, you know, some of my friends say, oh yeah, but what if people look at me? And I'm like, if someone has the time to look at what you're doing,
they're not working hard.
They're not concentrating on what they're doing.
And that is true. It's like, and nobody is, I don't even think in any gym, and I think if you are in a gym where people are looking at you, go to a different gym. Because I don't, even from my experience, nobody's really paying attention to what you're doing. You know, I've told you before, but even I have that same fear that even in my own gym, people are going to judge me and look at me for what I'm doing and have an expectation that I should be better than that, but that's our own negative self-talk coming out. And, you know, if people realise that we've all got the same thoughts and fears, but when you find a space that you do feel safe and comfortable in, and people are welcoming you and motivating and inspiring you, then you're more likely to kind of show it.
I think most of my workouts, something I could never be bothered to do, but once you get here and you're surrounded by people in this environment, it just overcomes, and you have the best workout and you have a chat, and
So when you're sat at home and you can't be bothered to come and do the workout, what is it you don't want to do? Like what are the thoughts that are going through your head? Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that feel the same, you know, even myself. Where is that dread coming from? Is it the workout itself, or is it the fact that you've got to get out of your nice warm home?
Do you know what sometimes I find hardest part of training is getting changed.
Oh really?
Yeah. But as soon as I've actually got changed and then my gym stuff, that even just becomes easier. But that first thought of I've got to be changed can sometimes put me off, and that's really bizarre. Like the hardest part sometimes for me is getting into my clothes and oh god, what a palaver.
So you just got to do the action that gets you moving.
And what motivates me actually is I know how great I'm going to feel after I've done that workout. That's my motivation. Is I know once I've done it, I become happier. Really strange. Like I've done it, I feel positive, I feel happy, I feel motivated, and I leave the gym wanting to tackle everything else in my life. It just makes me feel good, and it's those endorphins. That's what I love. Is I know once I've done it, I'm going to feel great, and that's what motivates me.
So if you had a message for anybody that is watching, what would you say to them?
Just take that step and just take that leap and get comfortable being uncomfortable. Definitely.
Thanks, Matt. Hopefully you'll get comfortable being uncomfortable. And,
I appreciate what you do for me and my programme and the way it starts to look. So
like you said, it is a massive difference to how you were training.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest thing. People see stuff, they see workouts, you Googling it, you have that expectation that that's what you've got to do to look a certain way. And yet, the reality is...
You can say, I didn't have a clue. Apart from legs, I was okay with legs, but as a whole, that whole weightlifting, not a weightlifter, but lifting weights, I really didn't understand at all. I didn't understand how I was going to work out. So I guess this journey just really helped me understand.
That's the journey you wanted, isn't it?
Yeah,
you wanted to build muscle, you wanted some shape, and for me, you're not just doing a workout, you need to kind of understand like moving your body so you're actually working the muscles better. And it doesn't mean you're doing hundreds of reps. Yeah, booty blasters, it's like 100 squats for warm up, the whole point was to really brutally attack the lower body, and it worked. And that's the thing, is if you put in the effort and you do the work well, you get the results without really putting too much time and effort into it. But again, if someone's goal is just to start getting healthier, no, you don't need to come to the gym. You can just start by walking, but then the next level always comes.
Yeah,
that's when you do need to push yourself. So then it's keep it simple. If you had, like we've spoken about it before, if you had 6 days of workouts, and I was like, nah, if you want to look like this is how many times a week you've got to work out, and you've got to be in the gym for an hour and a half every time, you wouldn't be able to do it.
No, it wouldn't be feasible.
It wouldn't fit into your life. The pressure would be too much, because in your head you'd have that expectation that to look this way you have to do all this, and then it's like, well, I don't really want that enough. You're doing 6 workouts a week.
Yeah, and like being, food is a big part of our lives, and I know from what you've said, I can eat within moderation, of course, but I actually eat more now than what I thought I should eat previous. So it is changing the way that you think, and again, it's not all about what we look, but it's just being happy with ourselves, and I think that's what's, we all have this expectation of what we should look like, and when you get into the gym, I don't know, I think it's just being happy, and like I say, for me, it's just feeling strong in myself, because when I feel strong, I become mentally stronger, and that's what I love about it. I feel like I'm ready to take on anything, because I just feel so good about it. So
that's the benefit of working out.
It is, yeah.
Thanks again,
You're
Matt.
welcome.
We could chat about everything for ages. Thank you.